Hey everybody, it's Queen Jelly here, and welcome back to the Toy Box, and happy Halloween! Today is my favorite holiday. I did this special unboxing so that we could have a fun video to post today. I was kind of torn on which doll to do, and I decided to do Vampire Heart because for Halloween I am dressing up as Draculaura, and I decided to do her face paint as opposed to like basing it on original Draculaura. I decided to base it on Vampire Heart Draculaura, but I am dressing in my costume of regular Draculaura. It's this pattern, but in the color. I don't have a black and white version of it. I just have the regular colored version of it. You can kind of see my sleeves. I will be going to Halloween Horror Nights, so I will be wearing a bunch of these bracelets, so that's why I don't have the like wrist cuffs on, but I do have on my shirt. Anyway, I digress. Let's get to the doll here. So this is Draculaura Vampire Heart. This is an Amazon exclusive collector's doll. She is $100. I had to use a payment plan in order to be able to get her. I don't know if she's in stock right now or not. I know she's come out and in of stock a couple of times. When I got her, it was so they did like a pre-sale, and then I did the final, or the like actual release date, which I want to say was like October 1st or something like that. I got her ordered. I have a lot of dolls backed up, that I need to open. Because I have this one, which will be getting a special for, Day of the Dead. And then I have this one, which I'll talk about more obviously in her video, but I just want to put this out here and see if anyone else gets the same feeling. She feels very, 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 very similar to, this Ghoulia. She was the same price point, and she came in a Mattel Creations box, and she has the same kind of style of packaging. Part of me thinks that this was originally designed to be the next doll in this line, but maybe I'm wrong. Let me know what you guys think. And like I said, I'll talk more about that in that video, but I couldn't not say something, but she feels like she was supposed to be the next Fan Club doll. Anyway, back to Vampire Heart. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I've been doing a lot for the past 2 months, because it's spooky season. So my ADHD is really bad. So I'm going to be all over the place in these videos. So Draculaura Vampire Heart, Monster High. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's huge, stunning. Everything here is beautiful. My box came in good condition, thankfully. I know a lot of people's did not. Some of them came crushed. Some of them came with stickers on the front, and they shipped it just as this. They didn't put in anything else. Mine came inside of another box. So she is safe, secured, and very happy to have her in my hands. Some people were saying that there was an option on there to select if you wanted it in a box or not in the box. I didn't see any option, but I was also just ordering quickly, because, you know, I didn't want her to sell out. So on the box here, we have it in a couple different languages, but we have the like description or the like story for the doll. Let me bring you up closer to it so you can see it. In another time, Draculaura is the vampire queen. As the vampire's heart begins to glow, Draculaura can hear the stirring melody of a string quartet. But how, she wonders, her dark eyes peering down into the ballroom as dancers swirl in a ghostly scene. Candles flicker with an ominous glow and the clock strikes midnight, and Draculaura approaches the grand staircase. The crowd grows quiet as they watch the haunting beauty descend in a romantic and royal cage skirt ball gown, her dark hair pulled back, a deliberate bat-wing headpiece. The vampire heart glitters at the center and brings the crowd into a respectful bow. Draculaura has arrived and is ready to stake her claim as the new vampire queen. And then again, it has it in the other languages. Pause if you need to read them. I don't know why you would, because you wouldn't be watching my videos if you didn't know English. Anyway, again, ADHD bad. Colors and decoration. Doll cannot stand alone, blah, 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 blah. I'm pretty sure that this comes with a doll stand. All of the collector ones pretty much do. Here we have some really pretty close-up pictures of her. Here's something I noticed, because like I said, I was doing my makeup inspired by her, so I was looking really closely at her. Her under eye here looks really pink, which I actually have that color, but I did it based on what I could tell from the doll, and the doll looks like she has silver under her eye, not pink under her eye. So I did the silver under my eyes. I don't know if that's because that's a prototype photo, because sometimes they do use prototypes for the doll images, but that's just something that I noticed because of staring very closely at her face for a while. And then, like I said, Dracula Vampire Heart here on the front with this like holographic look and kind of this like twist on like the bat hearts. This is really cute and unique. And then this right up here just kind of can slide out the top. I'm hoping that this is easy to unbox and I don't have to cut, but I will if I have to, as usual. I'm just very excited to have her out. I believe that the cage part of her dress is a separate piece that can come off, but I'm not 100% sure on that. All right, it does look like she is completely, like this plastic part here would have to come off in order to get to her. Because this part does not slide out, because this doesn't have a plastic back, so this is all like taped on. So just for the maybe it's just one more piece at the top. I want to try and keep this box in somewhat good condition, because like I said, mine came in good condition and I don't want to squander that, because I do keep all the boxes from my collector dolls. Right now I don't have the space to display them with them, but one day when I get like a proper place to display my dolls, I have intention of displaying my collector dolls in or in front of their boxes, kind of like, you know, just like standing in front of them. So they're still out so I can see them, but they're in front of them just so they can display how beautiful crafted their boxes are. Because like, for real, okay, there's her stand down here at the bottom. They do such an amazing job on these boxes. Like, I mean, obviously, like, I mean, if you think about it, I know that there's some controversy in exactly who created things, and that's always how it's gonna go. But the person, you know, Garrett Sanders, he started in box design rather than in doll design. So like, you know, they continue that, even though he doesn't work very much on the projects anymore, from what I can understand. You know, they still continue that legacy of, you know, amazing box design. And not just in Monster High, but especially in Monster High, where, you know, the box tells, you know, a huge portion of the story. And so they're very, I can understand why people collect in box, again, especially for, you know, like Monster High and you know, like collector dolls, where they put a lot of effort into the boxes because they know that people keep them. But for me, I just get so much more enjoyment out of having the dolls in my hand and, you know, being able to, you know, feel them and pose them and take pictures of them. But I definitely have some dolls that I keep in the box, just depending. For some reason, I just could not get myself to take last year's Valentine's dolls out of the box. I probably have talked about it before, but I don't know, they're just so perfectly placed in there. And I'm not a Cleo fan, but like Cleo and Deuce weren't like some of my favorites from Generation 1. So like, I didn't like really have this desire to like hold them like I usually do. And they just look so cute and so sweet in the box. Because they have the, like, everything posed around them and everything, because they have a bunch of accessories. And I didn't feel like messing that up. But one thing I really wanted to see and kind of wish that I had opened them up for, and I still could, because, like, they're my dolls. I can change my mind at any time. But I thought was so smart and so cute was that they made a special adapter for their stand to be able to hold the balloons up. And, like, make it so that they can still hold those balloons even when they're not in their package. Trying to be very careful right now not to cut any of this gorgeous hair, because I bet you her hair had a lot to do with her price, because she was very expensive, especially for the amount that they seem to have, because typically the more expensive dolls, like at this scale, the more expensive dolls are typically because of essentially I mean, part of it is supply and demand, of course, but also like the less you produce of something, the more expensive it is, just because, you know, if they're going to make something, it's more worth it to make, you know, the design and the pattern, the molds and everything. If they're going to make a lot of them, so they can make a lot back. So the less you make, usually the more expensive each individual unit is. So typically something like this that's that expensive is usually because there's not a lot of units, but this one seems to have not a lot because she has sold out, like I said, a couple times, but she's also come back in a couple times. So like there is a decent amount of units for her, but I think it's just all the detail and the work, and like I said, that hair has a lot to do with it, because it's very expensive to pay someone to style doll hair, especially on, you know, the mass scales, and that's why a lot of them don't have super elaborate hairstyles. You know, they have a pony or whatever. All right. Sorry about that. So here is the back of the box, as we were talking about packaging. There's a little carpet down there with her skelette on it, and there's the staircase that was kind of mentioned in the back of the story. And you have these plastic panels here on the side with these like shimmery bats, which is really cute. I do think they're cute, but also I feel like they make it so you can't really see that all that artistry in that background there. So anyway, there is the box. And then we'll look at, carefully placing that to the side, we will look at her certificate as well as her stand. So it says this certifies that your Monster High Draculaura Vampire Heart doll materialized through collaborative efforts of the designers and artists at Mattel. And then it's signed by Annalise Leo, which is not one of the ones that I believe I've have seen signed before. So that's cool. I hope that's a newer artist that's getting some recognition, or an older artist that we've had for a while finally getting some recognition. But I'm guessing that, again, because it's a like I said, collaborative effort, multiple people work on them, but I'm guessing this is like the lead designer for the dolls that will do the signature on the back. They're such an amazing team at Monster High. I love all of them. So for this one, we're going to be getting a clear stand and a saddle stand, which is good because I was a little nervous about the clip with all of her beautiful stuff that she has on. So there is a plastic piece under here, but I can't, okay, it looks like it is on with plastic ties. I can't tell if that's supposed to come out or not. It might need to, in order for her to go on her stand. I don't know. The skirt is made out of vinyl, and then there's like a plastic cap underneath that I think is just packaging. But it'd be really hard to get to take off. Sorry, I realize that I'm silently looking at this. Okay, there we go. It just kind of was stuck up in there, so you just kind of pop it out. There we go. And it is flat on the back, so it fits in the box, and then rounded on the front. So she does kind of have the equivalent of box hair for her skirt here. I was under the impression that this skirt was a separate piece and there was another skirt underneath it, but apparently not. But it is vinyl, so it at least is squishable if needed. I'm trying to see if I can get her on her stand. There we go. She's kind of floating on her stand, which is cute. All right. She is quite tall. All right. So she is absolutely stunning. Just stunning. So like I said, she has this vinyl skirt with this like black layer on the top. There's the like fangs and the heart shape and the little bat wings kind of hidden in the filigree here. She has this really soft trim on it though. So it's like a black trim that has the same kind of filigree on it. And then these tulle pieces here that are pinned on with little pearls. And those go all the way around. And then she has this layer here at the top that is this little ruffle skirt with the pearls again pinning it down, and these little lace pieces around the rim of the skirt. And again, it goes all the way around. And then she has a black shawl that is over her shoulders and then tied behind her back. And that is one piece sewn tied, so you can just slip it on and off like a shrug. Very nice. I appreciate that a lot because that's going to keep it a lot neater than just trying to do that by hand. And then if we take this off, we can see her top. It is kind of a play on her original top, I would say, because it has like a white sleeve here that's kind of knitted material, or not net material. And then the little ruffles at the end. So it's kind of very similar to her like original outfit with the netting and then the ruffles at the end. And then it does have the high collar as well, but that's a black lace here just to match, like it matches the cuffs here. And then the top is a little black bodice with a rose on the front and a black bow as well. That's just a little soft bow. If we come to her head, she has these really cute earrings. They are kind of a opaque plastic, or sorry, translucent plastic, with a little heart here and a little bat here, and then some dangles down below. They are identical on both sides. And we have this gorgeous braiding up here. So it starts here at her forehead and braids back in, and then kind of meets here at the back, so that she has a braid on either side, and then it braids into the long hair, straight hair she has down here on her back. I really like this like super light pink, almost feels kind of grayish. It almost makes her feel very like mature and grown up, because it's almost like, you know, instead of like light pink, it's almost like a gray, like an older woman hair color, at least in my opinion. That may not be what everybody gets out of it, but that's kind of how I interpret it. And then on the back here, we have this gorgeous big, I'm guessing this must be the vampire heart that they were talking about. Although I thought it was a necklace, but I guess not. This vampire heart on the back here being held by this little bat. And then it goes off to the side with these gorgeous like extended bat wings. They're kind of little spider webs. And then it has these hearts dangling down from them. Super cute. And let's see, it does open in the back here. So the lace piece. All right, so this, okay. Oh, they are separate pieces. So we have several layers going on. It's just, they're just little tacks in the front. There we go. Just like how the plastic was on. Okay. So this can come off. Oh, it's okay. Come on. Her shoes don't want to, there we go. We'll just pull the shoes off and put them back on. So this has the little, like crotch piece in the center, just so it doesn't slide all the way up. But the white underneath is a full bodysuit. Oh, the Velcro sticking to the lace. No. Okay. Wow, look at that. So this Velcro's here in the back, but it is a full bodysuit with the lace. And as well as it has these black stitches that go up the legs. These black stitches are very reminiscent of like old school tights that had the seam, but typically the seam would be down the back of the leg, which this does have a seam down the back, but it's a white thread, so it blends in. But I'm talking like in the 50s, they had like the seam. Obviously this is supposed to be much older generation than that, but I'm just saying like it was a style to have seams in your tights intentionally. But yeah, was not expecting that to be a full bodysuit for reals. And then here is her shoes. These are very elaborate, as we come to expect from Monster High. There we go. We love how my camera never focuses on anything. There we go. Okay, so it looks like here on the heel, we have another bat, kind of like on the back of her bow, and it kind of wraps around up the back of the shoe here. I wish it would focus. We have a little bow here, another bow here, and then some almost like scaly designs here with kind of a spine running down it. Very cute, very vintage. Yes, they are both identical. I don't see any real difference between right and left. Sometimes they do have small like heels difference or something like that, and the soles are blank. So you can put on like just this mini skirt. Now obviously this would be a much more modern-esque look to her with just this dress on. But I'm just thinking for like taking her for photo shoots and stuff, I just wanted it to not end up damaging that vinyl skirt, because that's a big part of, you know, the doll, and the last thing I would want is for that to be damaged for something silly, you know. Make sure those tights are pulled up nicely. Are you... Okay, it just pops in. Okay, cool. I was really nervous for a second that I just broke my doll. So probably didn't see that because I'm bad at angling, but this bat here on the back popped off of the back of the heel, but I was able to just slide it back onto the back. It just had a little peg that came loose. Like, the peg pulled out of the hole. It wasn't that it was... You know what I mean? It didn't break. It just came off. But I can't get it to do it again, so that's fine. So there's the shoes on her feet. And if we pull back out, there she is without the cage dress on. It's not sitting on her correctly. There we go. And then you kind of just place her on her stand and pull that down. Gorgeous. Obviously, I'm going to display her with her full skirt, but I just kind of wanted to see what she looked like without it, kind of see the different layers. Like I said, this is kind of a little bit more like a modern style look without having that big skirt on it. But she is absolutely 100% stunning. Gorgeous. Love her. Love everything about her. Maybe she's a little expensive, especially because, like I said, I feel like there's a large number of her available. But overall, I think she's a really great doll, a really good collector doll. Beautiful in the box, beautiful out of the box. So whether you're in box or out of box collector, definitely a nice one for the collection, especially for us Draculaura stans. There's been a lot of Draculaura lately. And I do see that I would like to see some more, you know, Frankie and maybe some other, you know, older or some characters we don't see as much of. Not saying we don't see a lot of Frankie, but you know what I mean? Like some other more obscure characters. But at the same time, I'm also always going to be a sucker for Draculaura. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed recording this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out you and the channel. And we will see you also very, very soon. Bye.